Welcome, beloved soul. Let us begin this sacred meditation with prayer. Holy One, you are truth without division, light without shadow, love without pretending. In this quiet space, gather the scattered parts of my heart. Gently show me where my words and my soul have drifted apart, and lead me back, not to perfection, but to honest alignment with you. May your Spirit guide my thoughts, steady my breath, and kindly restore my integrity from the inside out. Amen. Let the prayer settle. Feel the echoes of it resting in your chest as you breathe.
Welcome to this meditation. Today, we'll enter the story of integrity that flows through Psalms 15, Proverbs 11, verse 3, and Matthew 5, verse 37. And through the quiet places in your own life. If it feels comfortable, allow your body to find a position of ease. You might be seated with your feet on the floor or lying down supported. Let your hands rest softly wherever they naturally fall. You might gently close your eyes or lower your gaze. Nothing to perform, nothing to prove, just arriving. Take a slow, gentle breath in and a soft, unhurried breath out. Again, breathing in, allowing the lungs to fill, and breathing out, letting the body know it's safe to soften. As you continue to breathe, you might quietly set an intention in your heart. Something like, I am here to become a little more whole. I am here to listen to the guidance of integrity. I am here to rest as one person before God. There's no need to find the perfect words. God understands even the wordless longing for coherence within you. Begin to notice your body here in this moment. Notice the points of contact, your feet, your legs, your back, your hands. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Notice any sounds around you, near or far, without trying to change them. In this practice, we gently notice what's present and make space for it. So for these next few minutes, see if you are willing to let everything be exactly as it is. Thoughts may come, feelings may arise, sensations may shift. You don't have to push them away. You don't have to chase them. You might imagine yourself sitting beside a quiet stream, and your thoughts and feelings are leaves floating by on the water, noticed, but not clung to. If a thought about your day appears, just name it silently. Planning. If a memory arises, remembering. If a worry comes, worrying. Gently naming and letting it pass on the stream. You are not the thought. You are the one noticing in God's presence. Now in your mind's eye, allow the scene of an ancient village to unfold. Morning light rises slowly over the hills of Bethany, pouring like oil into the narrow streets. You see stone homes, simple doorways, the dust of the road. Imagine Naam standing at the threshold of his home, watching the gold of morning touch the walls. He's not an evil man. He is respected, considered righteous, but his heart is restless. Hear the ancient question that stirred him in the night from Psalm 15. Lord, who may dwell in your sanctuary? Who may live on your holy mountain? Let those words echo gently inside you, not as an accusation, but as a question turning inward, a mirror rather than a measuring stick. Who may dwell in your presence? Not who has never failed, not who has never misspoken, but who lives in alignment, who speaks truth from the heart. As you breathe, notice, is there a place in your life where you feel a quiet distance between who you are and who you speak yourself to be? You don't need to fix this now. Simply notice. Perhaps a conversation, a promise, an image you present to the world. Gently say to yourself, I see this. Lord, you see this. I don't have to run from it. Return now to Nahum, walking through the village to the well. He meets Ezra the merchant, who asks, Will I see you at the council gathering this evening? Ezra wants a favor, a small word of support in a boundary dispute. A word that will cost Nahum nothing except his own alignment. Because he does not know the truth of the matter. Hear Nahum's gentle answer. I will be there, but I cannot speak to what I did not see. Notice your body as you hear these words. Is there a softening, a tightening, a longing? Maybe you recognize how easy it is to shape your speech to expectation, to say yes outwardly, while something important in you whispers, no. Now, if it feels safe to do so, bring your mind to one recent moment where you said yes, or almost said yes, when your deeper self was uncertain or resistant. Again, this is not to shame you. This is to allow your integrity to gently guide you. This is about values, about the kind of person you long to be, the way you want to move through the world before God. Ask quietly in your heart now. When I say yes against my inner truth, what value am I stepping away from? Perhaps honesty, or rest, or faithfulness, or compassion for myself. When I honor what is true inside, what value am I moving toward? Let the answer arise slowly if it wishes. You might even place a hand over your heart and silently name a value that matters deeply to you in the presence of God. Truth, love, courage, faithfulness, peace. Whatever it is, let it rest there like a small candle. Now I invite you to allow the words of Proverbs 11 verse 3 to come to mind. The integrity of the upright guides them, not cleverness, not their reputation, not the approval of others. Their integrity. Integrity is guidance, as a compass rather than a whip. Imagine now, deep within your chest, a quiet, steady compass placed there by God. It does not shout. It does not condemn. It simply points towards wholeness. It points toward being the same person in the marketplace and at your table, in conversation with others and in conversation with yourself. As you breathe, gently ask this inner compass, in this season of my life, what kind of person do I long to be when no one is watching but you, God? Don't rush the answer. It might not come as words. It may come as a sensation, a picture, a faint knowing. Whatever appears, welcome it. And if nothing appears, rest in the trust that God knows your longing, even when you cannot name it. Notice too the other stars you may have been navigating by. The fear of disappointing someone, the desire to appear strong or endlessly capable, the worry that saying no makes you unloving. You might silently name these as they arise. Fear of disapproval, desire for praise, or fear of conflict. You're not scolding yourself. You're simply recognizing the old maps you've been using to find your way. Then, very gently, you might turn your attention back to the inner compass of integrity and whisper in your heart, Lord, let your truth within guide me more than my fear. Now imagine Nahum resting under the shade of a fig tree outside the village in the midday heat. A group of travelers, passers-by, and among them a young teacher. You hear only the end of his words carried on the wind. Let your yes be yes, and your no, no. Feel these words land inside you like a stone dropped into still water. Not as a harsh command, but as a clear, loving invitation to simplicity. No hedging, No scattered half meanings. No apology for existing. Just a wholehearted yes when your soul agrees, and a tender, honest no when it cannot. If it feels safe, bring to mind one decision, one request, one conversation that lies before you in real life. Perhaps an invitation you're unsure about, a project you don't have the capacity to carry, a relationship where your words have become more about keeping peace than about living truthfully. You don't have to solve it now, but imagine what it might be like to approach the situation with an undivided heart. Silently, in God's presence, you might ask, if my yes were truly yes, how would I speak here? If my no were truly no, how would I speak? Notice any fear that arises. Notice any relief that arises. Notice any grief over past moments when your speech was divided. I encourage you to honor all of this: fear, relief, grief, as part of being a living, breathing, deeply human soul. You might say quietly, Lord, you see my fear. You see my desire to be true. Hold both within your mercy. Now allow the scene to shift gently. A woman sits alone in her parked car outside an office building, phone in hand. She's written a message saying she cannot take on another project, that she's overwhelmed and needs rest. This is true. But she begins to soften it, adding apologies she doesn't truly feel, offering help she can't truly give. She watches herself edit away her own honesty. Then something stops her. She deletes the extra words. She types 2 simple sentences that are true and sends them before she can change her mind. She sits in the quiet that follows, unsure whether she's failed or finally begun. Let this image be a mirror if it wishes. Where in your life are you being invited to that same quiet courage to send a true message, to speak the honest word, to let your limits be seen. Again, there is no demand here, just an invitation to notice. If you feel ready, you might allow one small specific step to form in your mind. A conversation where you will speak a simple, clear no. A boundary you will hold without over-explaining. A place where you will offer a sincere compliment instead of one that you do not mean. A promise you will make and keep, or a promise you will kindly refuse to give. Let it be small, but let it be real. Then offer it to God silently. Lord, with your help, I'm willing to move one small step toward integrity here. If you do not yet know the step, your prayer might simply be, Lord, make me willing to become willing. Even this is a beginning. Now return with Nahum to the quiet of the temple courts at dusk. He hears again the question, Lord, who may dwell in your sanctuary? Who may live on your holy mountain? He does not hear it now as a test to pass, but as a description of a life becoming whole. The one who walks uprightly, who works righteousness, who speaks truth from the heart, not flawlessly, not without struggle, but with a glowing alignment between inner belief and outward word. Imagine yourself standing there as well in the fading light. You are not perfect. You have felt the pull of approval, the temptation to soften the truth. And yet, you are here, willing to notice, willing to return. In this place, release the idea that integrity means never failing. Let integrity mean this instead. When I drift, I notice. I tell the truth about it to God. I return to what I value. I take the next small step. Take a slow breath in and a gentle breath out. If you wish, imagine God's presence near you, not exposing you to shame, but gathering you with care. You may hear these words offered quietly. Your wholeness is my desire, not your performance, but your honest heart. Rest with that for a moment. You might slightly affirm, by grace, I am allowed to be in process. By grace, I am learning to live undivided. Let these words settle. Now begin to notice your body once more. The rise and fall of your breath, the support beneath you, the sounds around you. If your eyes have been closed, you may allow them to lightly and gently open. Take a slightly deeper breath in and a slow exhale. You may gently move your fingers and toes, inviting awareness back into your body. Before you fully return, offer this simple prayer. Holy One, thank you for meeting me with gentleness. Let the integrity of my heart become a quiet guide. Teach me to let my yes be yes and my no be no in a way that honors you, cares for others, and keeps my soul whole. Amen. When you're ready, you may open your eyes, bringing your awareness to this sense of coherence within you. As you return to your day, may you carry with you a kinder awareness of yourself, a deeper trust that integrity is alignment, not perfection, and a quiet peace in knowing you are already seen and already loved, even as you continue becoming whole. Thank you for sharing this time, transforming minds, empowering souls, and as always, peace, love, light, and unity.